Hello, happy Tuesday. I wanted to go over some of my favorite DocuSign tips and tricks. Hopefully these will make your life a little bit easier and just have this recorded and on YouTube so you can always reference back. So I have 5 tips and tricks for you. I'm also going to go over how to do templates. So number 1, I'm going to start with this one because it does take some time to show up, but you can email a document directly into a room. So if you have an offer that was emailed to you, you can forward it to your DocuSign email with the room ID as the subject, and it will automatically place itself into that room. So this one's pretty easy. It's very convenient. So I am going to, pretend that somebody emailed you an offer. You can just forward it on. And then what you need is the room ID, and you also need your DocuSign email address. So this is the room I'm going to use, but I'm going to go ahead and get my email address. So I'm going to switch over to inbox. And then right beside the little mail, this is going to be your DocuSign email. So you can send them straight through here and they'll come in here. And from here, you can move them from room to room. But what I really like is that you can send it directly into a room. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do the 2. And then I'm going to edit my subject so that will pop it out. So now you can click on this. There is a way to change your email. Let me see. It should be in preferences. And then inbox details. So here you can change your inbound email. Usually when it starts out, it's probably your name and a bunch of numbers. I just made mine my name, Burgess, and then it's going to be at mail.docusign.net. So hopefully something you can remember. If not, you can always come into inbox and it will be right there. I'm going to go back to my homepage and get back into the room that I want to send this contract into. So I'm going to open that up. And I am going to just copy and paste this. And it'll tell you if you hover over it, copy and paste into your email in order to send documents into this room. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to make that the subject. And then I have the blank 2T offer to purchase and contract PDF. So I'm going to send that on. And so I'll show you in my documents. So I have this one. You can see that was added in February. So that's not the one that's going to populate. It does take a minute. So I can sit here and refresh and wait for it to show up. I'm going to go on to step number 2 though, and give this a second to reload. Number 2 is combining files. So if you ever have separate files, you need to make into one for easy uploads. I gave an example of if you have a copy of the checks and assign page 15 separately and you want to make it one document for easy opportunity uploading, that of course isn't required. It just kind of depends what you want to do with your documents. But if you have anything that you need to combine, you can easily do that in DocuSign. So if for some reason I wanted to combine this referral form with this EMD copy, I can just make sure to check whichever ones you want to combine, and that's going to activate your toolbar up here. So we have combine. So when I click that, you make a new document name. So I'm going to just call this EMD/referral. We're going to save. Oh, can't put a dash in it. And then it's going to reload. And where is it? So now we have EMD referral. You still, of course, have the original EMD and the original referral form. It just makes a combined copy for you to have. And it looks like blank offer to purchase. So 4/27/21, that's the one it pulled in from my email. So, if you need to do that, maybe do it maybe come in here, write out a document really quick and then refresh, and your document should be in there in PDF format. So then you could easily send this off for signing. Number 3 is to transfer documents room for room. So of course, you always want to create the room from command, but if command's ever down and you need to create the room first, you can do this to link a new room to your opportunity. So basically you would start an opportunity, click start a transaction and start a new room. But anything you need to transfer over, it just has to be PDF format. So you can't send any of the forms from room to room. But if you already have like the working with real estate agents, or if you have the contract that you need to transfer over, you just check whichever ones you want. And then you have a move button up here. So if we click move, and you get to choose a destination. So if I said active rooms, it's going to pull up all of your other rooms. So you would choose whichever one is connected to your opportunity and transfer them over to make it easy to upload into Command. Number 4 is to create folders within a room. So this is really good for organization. You can keep track of listing documents versus under contract documents. What I really like it for is signed versus unsigned. But what the best part about this, whatever folders you create are going to show up when you're uploading into Command. So like for instance, this is my opportunity that is connected to my room. If I wanted to upload this signed working with real estate agents, I pull from DocuSign. It's just kind of a pain because everything's in one folder. So I have to dig through and look for, okay, here is my working with real estate agents buying signed. But an easier option, if you do actions and then add folder, I'm going to call this one signed, or you can call it final docs because, you know, it might not necessarily be things that are signed. It could be, you know, page 15s or copies of checks, anything like that. So if I wanted to toggle on everything that is signed, I just need to check those. So I have 4 in this room. Same thing as moving from room to room. You're going to hit move. And then your destination is going to be a folder in a current room. So we have signed. I'm going to move the 4 of those. So that just separates those. It makes it, you know, really easy, especially if you're in like a multiple offer situation, or if you're, you know, you can, I realize we're in a time right now where you guys are doing, you know, multiple offers. You can, if you want to keep track of all of them, you could make a folder for each, you know, each address. And that way you still are keeping 1 room per buyer. So you're not having, you know, 17 rooms for all the 17 offers that you put out. So that's an option for you. But now when I go into Command, I'm going to sync transaction just so everything, they communicate to each other. And now when I go to upload my working with real estate agents, there's my root folder. Here's my signed folder. So I can easily click on working with real estate agents. I know that it's signed and I know it's the correct one. So it makes it very organized, and it just saves you some time because you're not digging through all of these to look for which one, you know, you need to upload. Just to sign, and then it is in there. So it's very easy. That's probably one of my favorite features that I don't think a lot of people tend to do, but really any way you need to split up this room, you have the option with folders. And then number 5 is how to pull blank forms. So if you're ever finding that you need, you know, a blank working with real estate agents or anything like that saved to your computer, I like to just create a blank room. The only thing is you can't add anything in the details because it's going to transfer over. So to do this, you just go into rooms. You're going to click new. I have a ton of these at this point, but you can call them, you know, blank for pulling forms, blank forms, test room, forms, anything like that. I'm going to choose aside. I'm going to save it. So it's going to take me to that room. You want your details to be blank, unless you want to put in, you know, like your information, but that's up to you. But now when I come over into documents and I click add in DocuSign forms, if I need, you know, like a referral agreement. Referral form. So I could just pull that in, and then I could have a copy of that saved in my computer. So I wouldn't need to, you know, necessarily open up a room and open up DocuSign every time. So I could open that up, and then you can download it, you can print it, you can email it, whatever you need to do. It just gives you access to those forms, you know, in case DocuSign's ever down and you really need to get something like this out. That way you can have a copy. So that's it for my tips and tricks. As far as templates, these are surprisingly simple. What you need to do is go into My Docs. And then you have form templates right here. So if I open that up, so I already have one set up for the working with real estate agents, the listing template. If I wanted to create one for, let's see, if I wanted to do a listing agreement. Keep in mind the templates, you always want to put in information that does not change. Things such as your name, your license number, the firm name, the firm license number, our firm address. Things that change from listing to listing, you would not want to enter in here. That's not what the templates are for. So like this right here, seller name, you could put the listing firm here. So we'll start here. So Keller, not capitalized E. Keep in mind, I don't actually fill out these forms, you know, for a living. So if I put in something completely wrong, just ignore it. Listen to Shauna and Trisha if you need form help. I'm going to come all the way down to the bottom and just start with this firm. So things that do not change. So my firm name isn't changing. Our license number isn't changing. Firm number, office address, if you ever need any of this information, it should all be at the top of the phone roster, which you get in your emails every Friday. And your phone number, fax number, and then your email. So for the most part, those are going to stay the same through the transaction. Mike, I'm not sure why you're on. I'm actually doing a test Zoom call. There's no class on right now.
Yeah, sorry, I meant to get the PC link. My bad.
Okay.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye. Okay, so all that information stays the same. So if you want to rename it, you can do that up here, but I'm going to save and close. Okay, so now I have my working with real estate agents listing template. So you could template out any document you want. You could make a template for all of them. Every second that you save, you know, it's beneficial. To actually use them, I'm going to go back into my test room and pull in a listing agreement. Okay, mine is acting a little funny. Okay, I'm in a buyer room right now, so it might be a little funny with my listing agreement, but it should be okay. I am going to pull in so I already have a listing agreement in this room. All right, let's open it up and see what it looks like. Just make sure it's all blank. Okay, so it is. So you can see all of that info at the bottom is blank. So what I'm going to do, it's taking a minute to load, but I'm going to close out of that. To actually use the template, whatever document you want to use, you want to right click on, apply form template, and then it's going to pull up kind of the matching templates. So I'm going to click on that one and apply. It's going to tell you it successfully applied it. And now when I open this up, okay, so my Keller Williams Realty-Fayetteville popped in, and then all of my information is down here. So from here, you know, you would go line by line, fill out everything that is specific to this listing, and you would be good to go for sending. So you wouldn't have to put in all of this information down here. So it does save you some time. It is worth checking out the templates, especially with how simple they are. So that is it. I hope this was helpful. If you need anything, or if you come up with your own tips and tricks and you think it would be good for me to kind of explore and teach on, please let me know. I'm always looking for new ways to make DocuSign easier for you guys. So I hope this helps. If you need anything or you have any questions, I'm here. So enjoy the rest of your day.